All right, go for it.
All right, awesome. All right, well, I'd like to go around and make sure I have everyone's names down. So, Jordan.
Yep.
Awesome. Soraya. Tessa. Awesome. Well, as you know, my name is Parker Parish. My position here is district manager. I've been with the company for about 2.5 years now. So now I'm going to spend about 45 minutes to an hour with you, explaining the main details of the position and what someone's responsibilities would be if they're accepted for the position. After that, I'll meet with you each on a one-on-one final interview, and that's when I'll be making my final decision. I will be asking a lot of questions, so I want you to get involved. Also, please write down all your questions, the same for the end. The interview is very comprehensive, and I'm sure I'm going to answer most of the questions that you have. Now, at the end of the interview, I'm going to give you some follow-up questions and then meet with you again individually. Now, Tessa, why do you think we have started the interview in a group setting? Saving a little bit of time. Instead of doing 4-hour interviews, I'm able to do 1-hour interview with 4 people. Absolutely. Jordan, what are some of your thoughts as to why we do this in the group setting?
Probably just so you can observe us, see how we work together.
Yeah, so the position that you're applying to work for is to work with other people. It definitely allows me to see that. Now, this is what I'll be covering today. You guys can go ahead and start jotting these down. We'll start out by talking about the company, then our products, our target market, our sales program, the pay, training process, and some of the perks of the position. Now, the position you're applying to work for is what we call the sales representative position. Everyone in the company starts here, and we only promote from within. Even the president of the company started back in an interview just like this, back in 1979. Now, our company is the Cutco Corporation, which started back in 1949. And Vector is just the marketing side of that, which started back in 1981. And we have over 300 office locations nationwide. Now, Cutco is the #1 rated kitchen cutlery in the entire world, and we're growing each year. Last year, we did over $200 million worth of sales. Now, Soraya, what are some advantages of working for a company that's growing? Okay, what do you mean by that?
Just being able to grow in the company.
Yeah. As you can tell, I am pretty young myself, but I was able to get into the position that I am today because I worked really hard for sure. But more importantly, our division was growing. Now, the company is organized into 7 regions. We're part of the central region, which is the yellow area on that map over there. And the western half of that is what we call the Intermountain Division. Our division manager is Phil Bolander. He's been with the company for about 23 years. He's personally responsible for over $500,000 worth of product sales, and he's personally sold $500,000 worth of product. He's responsible for over $30 million worth of product sales. Now, our office is the Idaho Falls office, and I'm the district manager here. And we do have 2 assistant managers, Jordan Hawks and Lucas Osman. We are always looking to grow that team of assistant managers. And Jordan, where do you think we're going to find those new assistant managers?
Probably from the sales reps on the team.
Right. And speaking of our reps, we work with all sorts of different representatives. We work with students, professionals, stay-at-home moms. However, the majority of our reps are college-age students. Vector is the #1 employer of college students in the United States, and most companies don't like to work with college-age students. James, why do you think that might be?
They don't have much experience in it about.
Yeah. But you need a job to be experienced in the first place. So it's like a nasty catch-22 with that, for sure. Any other thoughts on that one as to why other companies might not like to work with college-age students?
I mean, sometimes you can be perceived as lazy. Some college students just don't like to work or do anything.
A little bit unreliable with
Sure.
that. Yeah. Now, we, on the other hand, we actually really enjoy working with students. They're easy to train because they're used to learning. And they like that they can grow within the company as well. Now, students are naturally attracted to the pay, the flexibility, the environment that we offer, and the experience they gain from working here. I'm going to talk about these 4 things very briefly. As far as the pay goes, we have a very fair pay. What our reps put into this job is what they get out of it. I'm sure you guys have all had jobs before where you work harder than everyone else, but at the end of the week, let's look at the same paycheck. And motivation tends to decline in those settings. As far as flexibility goes, the reps determine their own schedules around school, work, and family obligations. Makes it a little bit more flexible for them. As far as the environment goes, I'm sure you've noticed we have a pretty positive environment here. I'm not sure if you've experienced this before, but many people have had jobs where the only time they were talked to is when they messed up. Now, we believe in positive reinforcement. We spend a lot of time and money on recognition as well as awards, and our reps really appreciate being rewarded for their hard work. Now, since it is a young environment with friends of friends, it does tend to get a little bit competitive as well, which in this position is always a good thing. Now, as far as experience goes, experience is the most important thing that anyone can gain in a job. In fact, James, do you know what they say about college degrees nowadays?
No.
No? Can anyone help them out? What have we heard?
I mean, some people say they're really important. Some people say they're not as important. Heard all sorts of things.
Okay, awesome. Well, college degree, it used to be that a college degree would mean a guaranteed position with great pay. Nowadays, it's not so simple. In fact, USA Today actually came out with an article talking about why this is. They said they're a dime a dozen. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't go to college or drop out of college or anything like that. They are still important. They get someone's foot in the door, though. They get someone to interview. But Tessa, what actually gets someone the position? I'm pointing to the screen when I do that.
I think probably experience.
Right, experience. Managers get dozens of applications, hundreds of applications, all with the same degree and with the same GPA. And what they really look for to set one applicant apart from another is real meaningful work experience. So look for time management, communication, goal setting, and people skills. And that's what our people here at Vector gain. So able to gain marketability. And that way Vector can serve as a stepping stone into any type of career in the future. Now, another reason students like to work here is the fact that we do offer 100 annual scholarships.
Two hands. Okay,